All right, you guys, I am here making ground turkey, and I have, this is the way I make it. So I have cilantro, mushrooms, peppers, and onions. I also have let me make my tea, because I'll be really upset if I don't have none. That's how I brew my tea. I make about 3 or 4 of these a day. Reuse the bag. And I put it in sometimes in the freezer, because I tend not to forget because they'll break. But anyway, so I got this going on, and I got some spices here. I also have some yellow pickled peppers, and you know, you can expand this. And the reason why I'm eating it is because it was brought to me, and I, brought for me, and I'm gonna use it. Otherwise, I'd have just ate all these vegetables with some pita bread and call it a day. But because of the beautiful gesture, I'm gonna use this up. And I tend to use this avocado oil to cook. I don't like to use a lot of oils, but this is what I use. The spray, it's less fattening than the actual oil. So what I'm gonna do first is, I never put the vegetables in first. I always put the meat in first. So slide right off. And then I like to use a spatula. So this is what I'm gonna use. Gonna break it down. I had to take a break from studying. I was getting another headache. And see, when you do this with a rubber spatula, you don't mess up your pots. And since I only got maybe 2 good pots, pans, I don't want to mess them up. So once it starts cooking, okay, you can raise it up a little bit. And then while that's cooking, you can start putting in your spices. I put in garlic salt, oregano, and I cut this ahead of time so y'all can see how quickly. This is cumin. I put cumin on everything. This is Italian. Okay. Onion powder. Even though I'm putting onion, it's okay. You can put a little bit. Pepper, of course. Raise or lower the heat. Don't be cheap on that. I also use cayenne pepper. I put a little bit of sazon in it as well. Because even though these vegetables are going to give it the light, I still put that. Put adobo. And then I mix all that together. Because if you don't constantly move the meat, it's going to get, it's going to stick together. Okay? You gotta constantly beat. Raise this up. So keep rotating this around. You don't have to overcook your meat, because when you reheat it, it also gets cooked further. And since I don't plan to eat this right now, I just took it out so I could have something to eat, because sometimes I don't feel like cooking, and so I take it and I prepare it and I put it in the refrigerator. Now most people are used to eating ground beef, and they put beans in it and they make like a sloppy joe or whatever. I try to stay away from beans as much as possible, but if I have them, I'm going to use them. Because again, this food was given to me, and I'm not going to let it go to waste. Keep breaking this apart. Ay, ay, ay. It smells so good. Now when you see it browning like that, now is when you put the vegetables in. So you evenly distribute it around. Because you don't want to just throw it all in there like that. You destroy the onions because they're still together. Oh my God, it smells so good. And see how you could feed your whole family with this, just this, with one packet of ground turkey. Again, I wouldn't have bought it, me personally, but because it was given to me, I'm going to use it. And this is what I would feed. Look how good, like, come on, seriously? This will also be good if you just had, you know, just the vegetables. Now this is almost cooked. All you gotta do is just turn it just a little bit. Again, you keep breaking down that meat because it balls up. I don't know why, but it just balls up. And if you want to make tacos, like lettuce wraps or something like that, it's just easier when the meat is smaller because you get all the flavors from the vegetables in there. I even thought about putting an apple in there, but I was like, nah, because not that many people like apples, and I know that. But then again, Tanya will eat anything that I make, so I take that back. But I'm not going to put an apple right now because I already cut everything. So as you can see, it's really juicy because the vegetables provide that liquid. I'm going to leave it on here for just a little while longer. I'm going to lower the flame. And again, you just keep breaking the meat down. Ah, it smells so good. And there you go, folks. Under 10 minutes, you have a meal. Again, if you have rice, you have beans, you can throw the beans in there. You can even throw the rice in there and just make it, you know, just a one-pot meal. But I'm not going to do that. So people are always asking me how I make my ground beef. When I do have it, and this is ground turkey, actually. There you have it. And it's cooked. Oh my God. Alright. And there you have it, folks. Ooh, it tastes good. Now, let me show you a trick. You see that water in there, that liquid? So what you do is you turn off the burner and you let it sit in that water. Why? Because if it gets dried up, the meat is going to get hard. Simple plate, something you can make at home. If you want to eat it with nachos, you can do that too. Serve it aside with some tomatoes, fresh diced tomatoes, some sour cream, some cheese, and eat it up with some Doritos if you have them. I have them, but I'm not going to eat them that way because I don't want to put on any more weight because literally, like, I want to eat, but I don't want to eat because I already had my lunch, so I'm looking forward to my dinner. I may have this or the leftovers I had yesterday, the fish. But yeah, so there you go. Simple meals, healthy way of cooking. Just because you're in quarantine doesn't mean you got to keep eating junk every single day. Use what you have. Cut up these vegetables. Don't let them go to waste. A lot of people I see and keep telling me, oh, I buy a bunch of vegetables, but I end up throwing them away because I don't use them. Use them, okay? Use them.